Hello, everybody. And first of all, I want to thank Nicole for the great presentation. I'm not sure if I will taste this type of meat myself. I have forgotten how the meat tastes. I also want to thank you all participating here today. It's great to see that the crowd is growing and the fans or fan stage is also growing for plant-based and healthy foods. My name is Marko and I represent Olerex. And in order to tell our story, I have to go back 25 years ago. Because 25 years ago, students of biology in Tartu University founded a company, Oil King, Olerex, in order to just make money. So they took a fuel truck and started to deliver the fuel to farmers. So the fueling part has grown very well, and we have been growing to the state where we are the greatest fueling company in Estonia. But the hearts and souls of people of biology and life lovers, it has actually grown into the company very deep. We look at our business so that it would be sustainable and it would support the environment generally. Starting. Okay. So we put our focus on the whole circle of our products, starting from fuel. We only sell pure fuel with no sulfate rich additives, for example, or how we serve the food we sell. So we use multiple usage caps and also biodegradable packages for foods, and so we look at everything like 360 degrees in our business, and also how we for example clean the surfaces. So all our cleaning chemicals are probiotic ones. So the staff who is working in the gas stations, they don't breathe in chemicals, and when you eat our food, you don't get chemicals together with the products. So it also expands to all our service of fast food and our shopping. So we do cooperate with nutrition and specialists and fitness instructors. We do look that our food would be balanced, what we serve, because actually the food part is growing heavily, and we are looking. When we look to the future, we see that soon the food business will be maybe the main business. So the hearts and souls of our founders of being biologists by their nature, we have expanded actually already for over 2 years our selection into a vegan market as well. So we have different quesadillas. We have hot dog, which we call not dog, with vegan sausage, and also the mayonnaise is vegan. So everything, when you go and take a vegan selection, you can be sure it is. No, it contains no animal products. And we have found it to be challenging, but also fun. And actually, it has been very emotionally very positive to work with Nähtamatud Loomad, for example, and also to get feedback from vegan support groups or Facebook groups or social media channels. People have actually accepted us as a food source for fast food. And not only fast food, we serve. You can buy different products from our shops as well, which are targeted to vegans, but not only vegans, but also for those who look for balanced food, like fast food, snacks, and salads. So I want to come back to where I started, that we are here where we are today because of the values of our founders, and these values are expanded within the company, and the company itself attracts people who find it fun thing to do and good thing to do. And if we look at the business itself, if this is profitable, or if this is like a good, from business wise, if this is good business, it is. It's growing. We see that the sales is growing exactly as all other products. It's not big yet, but having experience over 2 years of selling vegan products, we see that we do already attract enough people, and we see that this is a very important part of the future of our business. And I want to actually challenge the community not only to look at the food we sell, but to the healthy lifestyle we look at the general in the general view. So the healthy lifestyle, it's not only what we eat, it's how we package things, it's how what type of chemicals we use, and at least we in Olerex, we try to look at this in 360 degrees. But it's also how we move ourselves. For example, within our company, we already have engaged it's still growing, but it's just started this movement. But every time when we fill our cars, we don't stand just 10 minutes there or 2 minutes. We do squats. So what I'm challenging you is whenever you do fill up your car, do a squat as well. It's it's a well spent time in that case. And this is what I want to finish my presentation with. So, thanks.
Thank you very much, Marko. And I guess doing squats while fueling is a really good idea. Next one is Margus Amor from Rimi Baltic.
Hello, good morning. My name is Margus Amor, and I'm coming from quite big retail chain Rimi. I have to clarify a few things. First, I'm not from Rimi Baltic, I'm from Rimi Estonia. Second, I'm not vegan. Third, I will show you also some pictures about meat. And maybe one more thing, maybe this title also doesn't it's a little bit misleading. It's not only about Rimi, I'm actually talking about retail industry as overall and the challenges that we face when we try to implement something really new. So, but since I'm coming from big company, I will start with a corporate slide. And the idea is actually not to brag about our size. Yes, we are quite big, not only in Baltic, but in overall region. But the main reason why I'm showing this slide is that it maybe explains why we are interested about this topic that we are discussing today. First thing is that, and why we had also some kind of minor success. First of all, our mother company is from Sweden, and this is way more mature market, talking about plant-based and vegan products. So we have a lot of opportunities to take their know-how and learn. Second, what is our corporate or company focus? It is about good meal, health and sustainability. And it's also in our mission that we drive healthy and sustainable choices. And basically that also drives our strategical and tactical level decisions in order to support our brand. So, but in the other hand, we are like any other retail chain with a lot of challenges. And what is the retailer role nowadays? It is actually to be a middleman between customer and producers and suppliers. We are the middleman. I don't want to anyway to decrease this importance, maybe vice versa, because we are so still quite big. We have a lot of opportunities to impact the customer decisions. But still, we are the middleman. Second, we always have to figure out the right balance between offer and demand. And at the same time, we have to drive the sales. We have to ensure margin and profit. We have to increase brand equity. We have to improve customer satisfaction. And believe me or not, those things could be quite contradictory time to time. So it is a complex world, but that's who we are. And interesting question, who is the customer nowadays anyway? Remember, or there is one way to, there are many ways to segment the customers, and probably none of them are true nowadays. There are no customer segmentation which is valid in the present world, because everybody is such a personalities. But there are still some kind of stereotypes, and yeah, you can see them, and maybe you will recognize yourself in some of those. There is another way to segment this by the innovation adoption. There are innovators, there are early adopters, there are early majority, late majority, and there are laggers. Personally, I believe that most of people here belong somewhere there. And these are actually the segments that retailers, and especially Rimi, keeps good eye on it, because we want to be also we want to also support our brand through those people. And but if you think about where should one big retail company, if you want to place one big retail company here, where it could be, I would say it is somewhere. I don't want to say that we are economic old schoolers, but we could be somewhere on the right side of the curve. So there are many challenges because of our nature. And what is the category nowadays? It used to be very easy. There was a bread, milk, vegetable, and also meat. But nowadays everything is multiplied. Why? because every single product has already alternatives. There is something gluten-free, lactose-free, egg-free, sugar-free, vegan. It could be also fair trade product. It could be also plant-based and so on. So multiply all of those categories with them and you will see how big is the offer nowadays. And we always have to guess, is it just a trend? Is it already cultural behavior or what it is? And the space is another very big limitation for retail chain. So 50 plus years ago, there was local convenience stores and they were selling roughly around, let's say, 600 products. Life was easy, bread, butter, milk, so on. Then the big supermarkets, hypermarkets took over and they put small ones out of the business and because they offered such a wide choice of everything. Of course, food part here is roughly, 20%, 10,000 plus articles. But anyway, that was the business model of yesterday and a little bit also today. And what's going on right now is we are facing those hypermarkets, we are facing space limitations in order to satisfy all the customer groups, all the needs. And what businesses can satisfy today are those who are operating in a market-based business model. For example, Amazon, they can offer unlimited choice of products, and it is 600 million. It was number from, I think it was July 2018, and it's growing. Let's go forward. Data. When you start to offer a very wide assortment, data is getting way more and more important nowadays. We don't want to offer lactose-free product for somebody who has intolerance of lactose. And that's a huge problem for the retailers actually, because each product should come with a certain amount of data, and already today with the one product there comes roughly 200 fields of data, and they all must be right, otherwise something may happen. And nowadays customers want to filter products very different way. They are not looking only, that's a cheese, bread and milk. They are thinking about, oh, I want to buy only lactose-free products. And we have to have this data so that customer should get an information out of it. Or I will buy only Estonian origin products, or I only buy vegan. So everything must be in the system. And just few days ago, I received an email. It's in Estonian, but probably majority here is from Estonia. We are quite proud in Rimi that we are almost can offer personalized offers to our customers. And just one person replied that, hey, I'm a vegan, why you are offering me those products? Can you do about it? So what I want to say that something went wrong with the data. Is it this customer personal data or the product data? And nowadays GDPR, have you heard about it? Yeah, okay. So it's getting more complex. But as first speaker told, it is really getting a big business nowadays, this plant-based food. And cultured meat or clean meat is just around the corner, and it's becoming a new normality. And retailers must react, and certainly the old school suppliers must react. Have you noticed that marketing has changed lately? Meat producers nowadays are saying that they have meat inside their meat products. Have you noticed that poultry producers are saying we don't use antibiotics anymore. It's restricted anyway. You cannot use, did they use it before? I don't know, strange. So we are on the verge of the change, and so does Rimi, and now 2 more slides. We have nowadays special merchandising in our 20 stores, some of them selling well, as you see, empty spaces. So yes, in 20 stores, more than 150 SKUs. We have a little bit bigger assortment than our competitors. Assortment has increased 3 times during 2 years. There are local and import products. But as I said, we are facing many challenges. We are very happy about the feedback coming from vegan groups, vegan customers. They are very aware customers, and it's very useful information. And one more thing, although demand is rising, but we still struggle with the offer. Products offering is still quite poor, and prices are relatively high. We are missing still that scale effect. But that's my last bullet point. We will definitely continue developing this category in order to support our brand. And let's see where this journey takes us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Margus. And we will talk about the products that you are having actually during the panel today. Our third speaker is Tarvo Jaansoo from Vapiano. Please, the floor is yours.
So, good morning, everybody. My name is Tarvo. I'm the franchise owner and partner of the Vapiano Baltics and Finland. We had this business 10 years now in Estonia and also in the other states. And I will talk a little bit about our restaurant business, what we do, what we offer, in what we believe, and what we try to do, and also introducing a little bit about the Vapiano as well. So I will a little bit today telling to you about our story, of the concept, the guest, the food, the menu, and the future. And if I think that if you go them through, then you see what we are doing and why I'm speaking today here for you. Our story actually started, it's believe it or not, the Vapiano itself is a German brand. So it's probably, today they are saying that that's the best thing what happened in the German gastronomy and after the Second World War. So basically normally all the big things comes from the States. But actually, yes, 2002, the first Vapiano was opened, and when they opened the first Vapiano, there was a query that how long the first Vapiano will stay, and the winner was the lady who said 4 months. So actually, today we have 15 years old, the brand itself, and in Estonia, our story began in 2008. We opened the first in Tallinn. Then we opened basically rapidly every year one restaurant in another one in Tallinn. Then we go to Lithuania. Then we opened in Finland. And also then we had a little bit, couple of years without any new opening. We restructured our organization. We focused on a lot of operations to get the right people on the right places, because to open and operate one Vapiano, it's around 60, 70 employees. So it means that 5 restaurants, it's 350 people. You have to deal with people every day. You have to train them. You have to teach them and also keep them, because as you know that nowadays the people are not loyal so much in the restaurant especially. This year we celebrated 10 years in Estonia. Some of you I know was also in a party, and we're still doing some events and celebrating the 10 years. We are very near to open our second Vapiano in Finland this end of this November, also in Helsinki. So that is the start of our expansion, the larger expansion of our Vapianos in Finland. We just signed a contract for the 5 more Vapianos in Finland with the Vapiano headquarters. So we see quite optimistically, and that's also then, if I'm telling that we are ready to open more, it means that Vapiano is operating successfully. We have averagely 800 guests per day in our restaurants, and as I told on our 10 years anniversary party, that we teach Estonian eat the fresh pasta, and I think that we have a lot of things to do and teach more to Estonian people and also in people in Finland and the Baltics. All together, 200 restaurants, 5 continents. It's saying that it's the fastest expanded food concept in the world, because during these 15 years, 5 continents and more than 30 countries, all the other big brands like McDonald's or Chipotle or the Wagamama or whatever, in the first 10 years, they didn't move out from the country where they're based. So basically, Vapiano had changed to a different strategy. And also, the brand had won a lot of different prestigious awards. The concept itself, today we can say that Vapiano had created the new segment, which is the fresh casual dining. Before Vapiano, there was a casual dining, there was a different type of fine dining, fusion dining, whatever. We call ourselves the fresh casual dining. And this means that our food is fresh. So we do only the fresh cooking. It's casual because our environment is very cozy. It's designed by the famous Italian designer Matteo Thun. And a lot of people feel very comfortable in Vapiano. You can eat one person as alone, you can with their friends, with their family, the older people, the younger people. So it's cozy for everybody because of the materials, the atmosphere, the mood, and everything what we have in the mud. Plus, we have this famous eye-to-eye cooking, which normally the other restaurants doesn't have. So we are, and also because of this eye-to-eye cooking, we are able to design the meal how they want. Our guests, maybe know, it's basically 2/3 are Estonians, the ladies, and they are urban, they're open-minded, looking for the new experience. They desire quick, healthy food, different eating habits. So we have a lot of vegetarians, the vegans, the different groups of people are coming to eat to us. They are health and nutrition oriented. They are interested still in the good value of money. And I think the Vapiano is the great value of money because our portions are big, our food is fresh, and it's basically not very expensive. And our clients are modern, they are spontaneous and also communicative. Our food, we call ourselves the home of freshness. And because the quality of the food, the freshness and transparency, it's the base of our restaurant concept. You don't believe, and most people don't believe, that we making our food daily fresh, like a homemade. We do our pastas, we do our sauces, we do our dressings, desserts, etc. on the daily basis. Even the size in the restaurant like Vapiano is normally this kind of size of restaurants, they are getting their already food ready prepared in some big kitchens somewhere outside of the city. But no, we do ourselves, so it means that our food is very fresh. We constantly doing transition to animal-friendly products, which means that we are constantly working on it to also get better food chain. For example, starting from that month, we was going from the cage chicken eggs to the free-range eggs. And this is the Vapiano all over the Europe and world they are doing to changing it. So we did it also here now. We are getting our happy eggs from the small farm based in the Raplamaa. So if you want to eat the most happiest carbonara in town, come to Vapiano. So basically, we are working definitely on that one. We constantly expanding the choice of ingredients based on today's eating trend and belief. So it means that basically, I can tell that we had selling the vegan food for 10 years because the arrabbiata or the pasta pomodoro or these kind of classical Italian things, they are all vegan because they are basically only tomato, they are pasta, they are olive oil, salt, pepper, that's it. Now we are working much more deeper on these trends. We have a chickpeas, we have a vegan cheese on the pizza station, we have plant-based milks on the bars, we have quinoa, we have tofu constantly on the wood. We are creating a lot of options to those people who don't eat the meat. But we never will be the vegan restaurant. So it means that we are expanding the choice all the time. Plus, our food is freshly prepared a la carte on the front of the guest eyes. Our menu we call, everybody thinks Vapiano Italian. Yes, we are right, we are Italian menu. But basically we call ourselves, we are Mediterranean menu, because sometimes we use the different recipes from the Morocco, from Tunisia, from the Middle East. We take some falafels, we tabbouleh, whatever we do. So basically it's a Mediterranean, fresh pastas, pizzas, salads. The more and more we're analyzing our menu and the sales, so it means that today we have quite wide and expanding choice of dishes for the vegetarian and vegan guest. If you look our menu, we had clearly also marked the vegan dishes or the dishes where the vegan option is available. Vegan option available means that if you want the verdura pizza, you can change the mozzarella to vegan cheese and then it's a vegan pizza for you. We're promoting the vegan and the vegetarian food for some period of the years. This year, for example, it was from the beginning of May and to June, only the vegan and vegetarian food. We have availability of our allergenic info, so if somebody has some kind of allergies, you always get what kind of ingredients this or that dish contains. And also we offer the great wine selection. We even have the vegan wines. We have coffee specialties with the different sort of not milk-based milks and etc. So we are working on that. And our future, we see that we have to continuously update our menu based on the eating trend and changing the trends and guest expectations. So if we see that there is a demand for such a, maybe seitan, for example, coming more for the vegan-based meat or whatever. So we will consider to find it and put it on the menu, like we did with tofu. We see also there is a wider transition to the animal-friendly products. If someday it's available to get some kind of new product which is totally animal-friendly, why not to use it? The daily waste, as we are big restaurants, it's of course quite big. So we are looking for the different opportunities for direction to the daily waste. Doesn't matter what kind of waste it is, the paper waste, the plastic waste, the food waste. And of course also the different kind of solutions for the more eco-friendly takeaway dishes, because today we are using the plastic and we, as you all know, we have a lot of plastic in the world anyway. So we, together with our home company, based on here, and also our mother company based in Germany. So as bigger the Vapiano grows, the more deeper we're looking for the different solutions to the more sustainability and also to be more clear and more transparent and also offer the more best choices to our guests. So thank you for the time. So it was nice to talk to you, and I hope that I convinced you that Vapiano is on the right path. Thank you.
Thank you all very much. We got some new information from each and every one of you. So, gentlemen, let's talk business. I have always wanted to say that, so I used the chance. When did you start selling plant-based products and why? A short answer from every one of you, please.
No, as I told you, basically, Vapiano is selling plant-based products from the day one, because we had our good quality tomatoes from the day one, and we had a lot of vegetables from day one. So I think that we are selling the plant-based food from day one, but more deeper and more researched plant-based work we are doing, let's say, last 3 or 4 years. So, and that's what we see, that where we started more analyzed our menu, our customer behavior, what kind of products, and also this is also related on that fact that 8 years ago or 10 years ago there wasn't available any vegan or plant-based so much food on this market. So it's also comes together with the trend. So if you have the products available, you can offer them. If you don't have the products, it's not possible to offer as well.
Okay, and Rimi?
not much to add in that sense that we also been selling plant-based food from day one. I think our fruit and vegetable department is number one in town already, I don't know, 10 plus years. We are clear market leader in this department. But when we talk about those let's call them then alternative or more specialized food, then we also, I think 2-3 years ago, we've been more active in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Same goes with us, that our stores, you have been able to buy plant-based goods for many years, but actually 2.5 years ago was the time when we started like consciously developing and adding plant-based and vegan products into our fast food section. So.
Okay. You all work in a private sector. That is, the profit marginals are very important there. And every change you make has a really big impact, and you may lose a lot of money. What have you, as people and as companies, gained with selling and increasing your product line on plant-based products? Yeah, you may begin.
I think there is never a situation when you open some new product line in the market and you have immediately 100% of all your goods sold. This will never happen. So it's always like walking. You take one step, your customers take the other step, and you go forward. So taking in the plant-based or vegan products, it was an investment. It was looking forward. But it was something that came from our hearts and also from our values of our company and owners. So it was not a short-term business decision, but it was a way forward. So of course in the beginning it was not profitable. With some products it still isn't. Mm-hmm. So. But looking at maybe 1, maybe 3, 5, 10 years forward, I think having this walk with our customers is more important than maybe selling 100% of all your goods every day with a full profit. Okay. So it's a way forward.
Okay.
Yes, you are right. Profit expectations slow down the innovation time to time. And to really launch some new fresh line products, it is really expensive because the sales is not coming right away, but shrink or write-off, it's coming after 3 or 4 days at least. So, and this especially it is very challenging for big retail chain, because comparing with the one restaurant, I'm not saying the chain of restaurants, but just one single restaurant, because if the product is not selling, okay, I'm taking it out of the menu. But when we launch something new, we will put those products in Estonia already in 84 stores. Mm-hmm. So the impact is big. But what I wanted to also say is that we are definitely willing to invest, but in order to be sustainable, you also have to have profitable in a long term. Short term is investments, absolutely fine.
Actually, taking the menu, the different types of vegan ingredients or the vegan food, doesn't matter that it affects your profit. Actually, for us, it sometimes can be also opposite, because for vegan products or plant-based products, sometimes all these alternative products, they have much longer BBD than the natural products. So it means that basically we don't waste them so much on the daily basis as maybe with the fresh milk or the fresh cheese or some kind of meat. As I told, as we are not the pure vegan restaurant, we are offering the options. So we don't make any ready-made food from the tofu. We are preparing the tofu, for example, or the chickpeas or whatever, and our guest can choose as extra options for the food, like a tofu or chickpeas or quinoa or whatever vegan cheese. So basically, we don't waste the whole food. If something is left, then it's only the small amount. We don't calculate so much on based profitability, but I think what we do the test period. So if there is some kind of interesting products on the market and we see that there is a demand, we are putting out some kind of 1 or 2 dishes promoting this kind of new product, like a vegan food or a vegan cheese or some kind of seitan on that's inside the food in the different communities, in the social media, in Instagram, and we see that if we get a positive reaction, we are considering to take it to the menu, because of course we have to go through all the path with our main office in Germany, so it's not so easy that we can change the menu on a daily basis. But basically, we are working on the different projects, and I believe that it doesn't hurt our profitability, and in some kind of point of view, to use these kind of long PBD term products, it's even better sometimes. Thank you.
Thank you. I, as a citizen and a person who is aware of environmental causes, I'm very happy to hear that sustainability is something that is really important in your strategy and you look things in a long term. Now we have some time for your questions. I kindly ask you to, if you have a question, please raise your hand and I will give you the word, but tell the question to the microphone as we are recording this event so that other people can see it afterwards. So, first questions? Yeah.
Just interesting, for me, interesting question about Vapiano. I also have understood that the changing of the menu has been a bit difficult because it's not like local company. But in the first presentation, we also heard that Germany is actually one of the peak places of vegan foods and things. Do they also have vegan options in Germany and other places, or is Estonia has started the trend of Vapiano or for Vapiano?
Today, I can tell that we have much more options for the vegan food than the Germans have. They are so big in that sense that sometimes to make the changes for the big companies on the big markets is much more difficult than for us. And I think we started the trend in Estonia a couple of years ago when we started just, like I said, one period of the vegan and vegetarian food. So, and also today, a lot of our recipes are turning around the world in the different Vapianos in Mexico, in Australia, in Austria, which is created by our chefs here. So sometimes it's good to be small as well. So maybe at the beginning the Vapiano was even more strict that you can't change that or you can't took that one on the menu. Today also, as they see that the people eating habits or the beliefs are changing, even these, they are also getting more open-minded, and the process itself is a little bit more easier. So yeah, we can say that Estonia and Finland, we are quite innovative. And I think it's also come from that probably we have these groups of people maybe stronger out, or I don't know, I don't live in Germany, I don't know how active the vegans or those people are in Germany, but here we see that we need to act to help those people or to offer those people different variations to not lose these guests, because they are important to us.
Thank you for a really interesting presentation to all of you. One question on marketing. I saw the statistics a while back that's in the UK. I don't know the numbers for other countries. But of the combined food marketing budget in all of UK, there's 1.2% going into fruits and vegetables and greens. The rest is to probably not so healthy stuff and a lot of animal-based products. So it seems there's a huge opportunity to engage, if there are similar statistics in these countries, to engage more proactively with the consumer and try and incentivize demand by switching the marketing budgets more towards this. So that was a question for all of you. I'd love to hear on the different industries.
So what was the number you mentioned? 1 point whatever?
1.2%.
Definitely not valid for Rimi. If you take fruit and veg proportion in our advertisement or marketing plans, it's a huge comparing with the other groups. So yeah, that's our choice. We are quite happy about it.
How about Olerex?
We don't promote so much what's inside the fuel. So most of our advertisement goes for food and services, food eating related services. So yeah, it doesn't. But I can't tell you an exact number or even a portion.
If you look our marketing, for example, in the social media, then the most news what you are finding there is the happy carbonara or the new tofu has arrived, or now you have our special vegan avocado pizza is back. So this shows very clearly that if we do some news or advertisement, we really talk about the topics which are actual. We don't have to promote our basic bolognese or the filetto di manzo pasta because everybody knows that they are there. But if we have a new tofu, definitely we are marketing it because that's the new information for the groups and the people who are searching for such information. So we do the basic marketing, but we do a very specific and clear message marketing for those groups of people who are looking for the healthy, vegan, vegetarian, and plant-based food. So definitely it's the trend which has been changed during those couple of last years.
Unfortunately, we are starting to run out of time, so the last question would be mine. What is your recommendation in the sphere of plant-based food production to other companies? Should they invest in this new brand of science, new brand of food sector? Should people invest in plant-based food? And should companies invest in plant-based food and products?
As from restaurant sector, I must suggest to every restaurateur and every people who are running today the regular restaurant that you must open the eyes and look around, and don't offer for vegan the green salad made from the Chinese cabbage, the tomato and the cucumber. That's not a vegan food. You have to be more creative. Otherwise you are losing the business, you're losing the guests, and by the end of the day, probably housewife, dog, whatever more. So.
Yes, I think most of the business models that worked yesterday are in danger today. It's very quickly, rapidly changing world. And I think all of us, we should rethink or review where the revenue is coming today and is it sustainable also tomorrow. And so therefore we saw already from the first presentation that previous meat producers are now investing into plant-based industry, and the same thing is valid for basically for all the industries. Those smartphones, they are changing the world today. So information is spreading much faster. People habits are changing way more faster, and companies need to react.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. You should invest into this area, but I think it's very important to do it together with your customers and maybe not to treat them as a customers, but as a fans and partners. So if you can, it's hard to carry one person, but it's very good to run together with thousands. So yeah, you should invest into this area, but just don't do it alone.
I think it's a really good point that we can sum up the panel. So don't do it alone, and you should invest in plant-based technologies. Thank you very much.